Is Uwe Boll the most hated man on the internet? According to gamers, this German film director just might be. But does he think gamers have the right to bash his work?
They should give some movies a shot, especially Dungeon Siege now and Postal, and then they should judge again.
And what does he say to those who claim he doesn't even really direct on set?
I don't know where, in what movie he worked.
Uwe goes on the defensive right now in the bonus round. Welcome back to the bonus round with Uwe Boll. You've got in the Dungeon Siege, In the Name of the King, coming out in January, then Postal. But you still have this reputation, Uwe, that we've been talking about. Now, I was reading something online. A guy, according to a guy at film.com, he said, this is why people, complain about Uwe. This is how you direct. Spoken with a number of actors and crew who worked with Uwe, and they all say the same thing. He doesn't really direct. You can always find him behind the monitors, either on the phone or on his laptop, speaking with financiers and investors, keeping them happy, screaming into the phone, but always getting more money. Then occasionally he looks up and shouts, "It's terrible, do it again," or "Do it faster this time." Is that true?
Look, I don't know where, in what movie he worked. Right. No, but the reality is that I prepare what we shoot in advance with the DP and my AD, right? So, and there's a reason, I think, why all that actors were in my movies, basically, and why we did all that movies on time, in budget. I never went over budget, I never went over time. And if you cannot do that without the planning, where he was not there.
Because you don't care about the quality.
No, this is bullshit. The thing is, if you go to on a set, basically, so and you have actors like Jason Statham or whatever, Ray Liotta, what they play there in front of the camera is nothing what you make up at that spot. It's like, this is like rehearsed, and you know what you want to do, and you don't have to explain anymore what you explain what the shot is. But then I sit behind my video monitor, right? So and of course I have my laptop there, but on my laptop is not only like investors on a video chat with me. There is also information I need for the shoot, right? So, and this is the thing, and
so you don't really have to do much actual directing of saying change this scene, do this a little bit differently.
No, and what I do also, what I think is important for a director, is to give the actor also the possibility to do the first shot how he wants to do it, in the limitations of the camera, of course. But to say, look, how you want to play this, how you want to do it. And for example, Ben Kingsley got criticized for Blood Rain as Kagan, but I still think his acting was very good in Blood Rain. And you know why? Because
it wasn't, or was?
No, I think it was. Because the thing is, I talked with him about it, and if you want a vampire like Gary Oldman flipping completely out and yelling around, or how he plays it, what is actually his appeal to play a vampire, is he lives since 500 years. He is like the master, the king of the world in a way, in the movie. So why he should be upset at all? Because he's a living dead, a living dead person in a way. So he plays it super calm, the whole movie, without any emotions. And I think this was the right approach for Kagan. And then everybody said, yeah, Ben Kingsley played it flat or whatever. But the thing is, like, how he should play it, like step dancing, like Fred Astaire yelling around. So it's, you always have to present also the alternative. And I know a lot of actors, if you would bring here in Lily Sobieski or Ron Perlman or whoever worked with me, they will all say they like it, that I give these guys the opportunity to show what they want. And if you have people like Matthew Lillard in Dungeon Siege and so on, these are good actors, and with a funny twist they can bring in a scene. And I like it that actors bringing themselves in.
All right, now Uwe, you're working on Far Cry, which you've shot. We're also going to see that. Well, what is this sort of Die Hard on an island? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and this was, for example, a game where you have a great story to work with. You have Jack Carver, the boat captain, ex-Navy SEALs, and he's like kind of bored. And now the female journalist, Valerie, comes, rents a boat, goes to the island where Dr. Krieger is supposed to make some strange experiments on genetically modified soldiers. Yeah, so you have a great setup, because his boat gets destroyed. Now he's stranded on the island with the girl, and they must survive, and they must beat up the bad guys. This is something we could use like one-to-one. We could really use the story of that game, and we did that.
Oh, good. So you think game fans are going to like that one?
I hope so. Not anti-Boll people. They will maybe hate whatever I do.
Do you think it's unjustified when you say anti-Boll people? I mean, those are people probably that paid $10 to see your movies were really disappointed.
Oh, it's unfair. No, it's unfair. You know what is unfair? Unfair is, for example, that IMDb opens my movies for votes 6 months before they're coming out. Show me one other director.
In the bottom 100 films on IMDb, you have 3 of the films.
Yeah, actually they climbed up a little, but it doesn't matter. The thing is that I think there are a few things with IMDb, it's strange, because I think there's a Boll hater at IMDb sitting there. Because look, other movies you can vote for if they're coming out. Why my movies you can vote for 6 months in advance? And then I have always 400 or 500 people, they give me 1 point before the movie comes out. Now, the movie, like Postal has 4.5 points now. And you see a lot of people, they voted 7, 8, 9 points for the movie, but these were the people in the festivals, they saw it.
Maybe people that worked on the film decided to vote at 1.
The what?
Maybe the people that worked on the film, because they knew it wasn't going well. They gave it a 1.
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. I think there are a lot of people, they go for the 1. They are like on purpose. And they're even writing it on the message board on IMDb. Like,
they already dismiss your film.
Yeah, absolutely. They say, go,
aren't
let's
they allowed
vote
to do that, though? If they paid $10 2 or 3 times and they were really disappointed in what they got, they sort of know that it's not going to be good.
Yeah, but there's the other point. But why they vote at all? They shouldn't vote, right? So
Until
and they should wait. Yeah, maybe they rent it then later in the $1 rental store, whatever. And then they say, okay, it was 1 point. But to do that up front is unfair. And I think there's a point. It's like it should be in a way they should change. They should give some movies a shot, and especially Dungeon Siege now and Postal, and then they should judge again. And maybe. They will turn it a little around in the future. That they say, look, to be honest, I think that movie was not so bad, and let's give it 5 points or whatever, right?